boiled the kettle, left it probably 30 seconds, 45 seconds, just to let that temperature just decrease by a couple of degrees, and then poured it straight onto the beans.
Hi guys, Dan Hendrickson here at Torquay Golf Club. Hashtag Ask Dan. We're going to do a little compare for you today. We've got these little babies. So we've got the Callaway Apex MB, and we're going to put it up against the MP18 by Mizuno. This should be exciting.
How do you be doing it?
Just check those locks, will you?
Of course I will, no problem. How did this thing work?
So I've got the 6 irons out with me today. Both got Dynamic Gold S300s and both at 30 degrees in loft. So quite traditional lofts as what you would expect from bladed irons. But the numbers should be roughly the same. I'm expecting to see some similar numbers. When making the decision on these, I think it will come down to a lot of what looks and feels right for your game. Let's hit some shots, let's get some numbers and just enjoy hitting some blades. So Callaway Apex MB to start. So a lovely small looking head down at this Callaway. That chrome finish with a little bit of a matte finish on the front here as well. It just looks very, very pretty. Little to no offset in this particular head, exactly what you'd expect to see from a blade. And first feel, just really, really soft. So I've had a few shots with the Callaway. Let's now look at the Mizuno, see how it compares. Very sort of traditional looking club, isn't it? It just, as soon as you pick it up, it just feels like a Mizuno. So when you look down at this, you've got little to no offset on the Mizuno. Very, very nice thin top line. A little bit of duller sort of look compared to, let's say, the Apex. The Apex is very shiny and chromy. There's just a streak of sort of brighter chrome in this MP head. Mizuno over the years have made sort of very shiny chrome looking heads, but this particular model they've sort of dulled it down a little bit. But I love that sort of matte finish again, very similar to the Callaway, and the sort of balance there. It allows you to frame that ball a little bit nicer. You know, they have their own unique look. That one looks more like a Callaway, this one looks more like a Mizuno. As soon as you pick them up, you kind of get that feel that one is a Callaway and one is a Mizuno. A little bit squarer looking head in the Mizuno compared to the Callaway, which is a little bit more rounded. I'm not liking either or. I think they both look absolutely lovely when you look down at the golf ball. They're both feeling very, very similar, just both a really sort of soft feel off the face. That's that sort of forging process maybe when it comes to the actual steel that they're using. There's nothing really jumping out to me saying one feels overly better than the other one does. So I've hit 5 shots with each club. Let's have a little look at the numbers. So we've got the Callaway MB here up the top and the MP18 down here. So we've got 1, 2, 3 ball speed with the Callaway compared to 1, 2, 1 with the Mizuno, so just a little bit hotter off the face in the Callaway. However, strike obviously going to play a big factor in that. Launch wise, that's at 17.1 to 17.5. So again, remember these are the same lofted irons. Spin is an interesting one. 5.9 spin compared to 6.2 spin. Again, not a great deal in it, but there is a little bit. If you see here, we've got more in the 5s and more in the 6s, so sort of maybe choosing Mizuno over the Callaway purely on those numbers at this stage. Peak height, 34 yards height with both, and 175 with the Callaway compared to 172 with the Mizuno. Probably spin having something to do with that. Lofts pretty much basically the same, 25.2 compared to 24.7. If we look at strike location, Callaway 3mm in the toe to 1mm low. Then we've got the Mizuno at 6mm in the toe and 2mm low. That is a difficult one to choose. And at the end of the day, we know it's going to be difficult because they're both very similar sort of types of heads. They've both got the same lofts. What it then comes down to is what it feels like, what it looks like to you. From a feel point of view, I couldn't feel a great deal of difference in them. I think when I look down at it, I still think possibly the Mizuno has it over the Callaway slightly. I think I prefer the sort of shape of the head of the Mizuno over the Callaway, but the next person coming in will prefer the shape of the Callaway over the Mizuno, so it comes down to the individuals. It doesn't bother me the fact that the Callaway is slightly more chromy than, let's say, the Mizuno is. Nothing kind of bothered me from that point of view. If we look at this experiment and this test, it has to be, for me, I would take the Mizuno over the Callaway purely on the base that I'm getting an extra 100 to 200 revs more from that 6-iron in the Mizuno compared to the Callaway. You know, there's not a great deal of difference. That comes down to strike and my performance and what I'm bringing in this fit. If I had to go on these fitting numbers that we've got today, I'd probably take the Mizuno over the Callaway. Let me know if you tested these two clubs. I think they're beautiful irons. I would love to play these irons again at some stage, moving back into a set of blades. Definitely think I would like to test that moving forward. I just want to see if I could just game those a little bit more. Maybe not in the top end, but maybe certainly down in that mid section and lower section within my bag. Let me know how you've got on. Are you gaming these two clubs? These are really, really good clubs. Very, very popular, both of them. And let me know. Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to keep putting these questions in. The more questions you have, the more videos I can make for you. Hashtag AskDan. Look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Don't overboil and put the... Oh, that's awful. Let me have another go.